Professor Soner, thank you very much for joining us today again. And 1 week has passed since the resignation of a Congressman Koichi Kato. And wasn't it quite a shocking instant for Prime Minister Koizumi as he lost his strong partner for the reforms? And could you briefly explain the relationship between the two?
Okay. In Japanese politics, we have the name of Kato, Koizumi, and Yamazaki. So YKK is the initial of them. Particularly, Mr. Kato is one of the promising candidates of Japanese Prime Minister for a long time. So Koizumi is less well-known among the Japanese public and also many politicians. Yet Koizumi was elected as a Prime Minister last year. And also Mr. Kato lost his popularity 2 years ago when he attacked Mr. Mori. That time, Mr. Mori was a prime minister. Mr. Mori's the quite unpopular public policy and Mr. Mori's political style. So Kato is one of the rival of Mr. Mori, but the political situation was quite cynical. So Mr. Koizumi was prime minister. I have experience of Mr. Kato when he visited to United States. When I stayed there, he did a very good lecture about last decade. Mostly Japanese politicians can speak or can read paper, but his case, after the paper, question and answer is better than his lecture. So that is a type of Mr. Kato's public image, and also his ability was highly appreciated by many the United States political scientists and many leaders. So he can speak Chinese, and also he sing a song, the Korean, but he missed a very good opportunity to be a prime minister, and in this case, he lost his popularity and trust. So it's a kind of damage, not only for the Mr. Koizumi, but also for the Japanese public.
So Mr. Kato was a good partner of Mr. Koizumi.
Yes, for a long time.
For a long time. And the reason for Mr. Kato's resignation this time was to take the responsibility for incurring political mistrust among the public with a tax evasion case committed by his former aide.
Right. Saburo Sato is his aide. He was arrested and now in the process of a prosecution. During that investigation, his office used political money to Mr. Kato's private money. That kind of misconduct was an issue of Mr. Kato's resignation. So this is a quite pity case. Mr. Kato should take care more about this kind of treatment of political money. But he must be safe, even if his aide involved in that kind of tax evasion.
Well, before his announcement of the resignation, the entire public and the public was talking about his resignation for a long time, but he waited until last week to announce the resignation. Why did he wait?
That kind of some sort of the political the calculation, the impact of his resignation just during the session and before the diet is the most crucial, and it's a good impact to the public. And also, he wants to escape from the prosecutor's investigation. So, if he said something before that diet, the grill, impact is quite duplicate. So that must be the reason he can use the diet session as recover his image.
So Mr. Kato's case is not the only reason for the current political mistrust among the public. There was a case of Ms. Tsujimoto, who has already resigned due to scandal about her state-paid secretary. And we also heard a lot about Mr. Muneo Suzuki, who has been reported about his influence on political decisions made by the foreign ministry. So there are so many things going on now.
That's right. We have so many scandals, but these scandals, politics and money, but we have to distinguish three levels of this kind of political misconduct. The first is the case of Mr. Suzuki. It's a relation between politics and bureaucracy, particularly politicians involved in the implementation process of budget allocation and public meeting. In this case, it's still kind of a question, the quite ambiguous relation between the politics and bureaucracy. How to distinguish two different sectors' role. So it's very important and the largest of the money side. So budget allocation is one of the biggest of the Japanese public policy. So this is the first one. The second one is the question of the secretary. In Japanese political system, each direct member can use 3 secretaries. So, Tsujimoto's case, she used secretary as a nominal. The nominal means she paid 10% of salary, and other 90% of salary used for the her office. So that is the illegal conduct of the public money. So that kind of a security issue is quite important and real target of the many newspaper and magazines. And the third one is the political money control law. In the case of Mr. Kato, his case, of course, it's closely related with the tax evasion of his aide. But even if his aide breached the tax law, Mr. Kato can use that money in the proper way. That's okay, safe. But in this case, that money used for the privately. So this is quite against the political money control law. That is the third case. So we have 3 different cases and the 3 different levels of the politics and money. So Suzuki Muneo case is the most, I guess, that is the most important and the most difficult. But the public recently watched the private scandals.
So where do we go from now, and what's the prediction on the next development? Like, as we hear so many scandals of the politicians, I'm sure that the public mistrust among, for the politicians is going to go up higher and higher, I believe.
Yes, right. Some observers said that recently Japanese TV politics turned to the weekly magazine politics. Every week, weekly magazine reveal some scandals and political money. So this is a kind of a vicious circle. Every week, a new issue. Therefore, the people's distress increase. So that is the worst scenario. The second one is the how to stop, how to escape from this vicious circle. I guess probably House of Speaker should take some resolution. So, for instance, he should take investigation of the whole politicians and disclose. And Diet should take some rule and some actions. So that kind of a radical reform of the politicians and security system, that must be important. But at the moment, this kind of weekly magazine politics will continue.
I think it's very kind of irony that now we hear a lot of scandals and now people are paying more attention to the politics.
Right. That is one of the source of the distrust of politics.
Well, anyway, it seems to be a very difficult time for the Koizumi administration, and the approval rate of the Koizumi cabinet has been continuing to drop.
Right. Many newspapers and political analysts said there are three scenarios. One is his structural reform policy consistently said the structural reform, otherwise evolution of the diet. That is the first one, but less likely. Second one is the Koizumi give up his cabinet. New cabinet must be more expenditure oriented. So the second type is also less likely. The third one is a compromise with the hardcore part of the old type, traditional type of LDP politics. The compromise can easily Mr. Koizumi's cabinet for a long time, but public react negatively. This kind of a contradiction. So compromise likely, but people's reaction or the supporting rate will decrease. So this kind of three scenarios, but each of them has a problem. But in this scenario, where is the opposition party?
Right. Is this a time for them to attack?
Yes. The opposition parties can utilize this situation as a tool for their new government. But opposition parties, normally they do not have a particular strategy and promising tactics. So that is another question of Japanese politics.
So finally, Professor, what are the plans for the Koizumi administration to overcome this difficult time? And also, the entire world has been closely watching the political developments in Japan, and what are the points that we should watch closely from now on?
I think there are two important areas. One is the how to recover of trust, how to recover confidence and transparency. These are quite important right now. So economic recovery is, I think most of the people pointed out economic recovery, but in my case, recovery of trust than economic recovery. Therefore, Japanese society faced this kind of distrust, lack of confidence. So recovery of confidence is important. Second field of his Mr. Koizumi's style, which way does he go? It's a very important political message to the public, political message to the market. The Koizumi can handle Japanese economy, Japanese political system quite well. In order to achieve that goal, he should send message to the public, message to the market. That is one of the most important his political strategy. So I hope he can handle these kind of things.
Well, Professor, again, thank you very much.